Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for Lucifer. Season 5, episode number 13. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. And please hit that notification bell, people.
Alright,
Thanks.
we have a couple comments from episode 12, starting with executive producer Leslie, who said, "Love your reaction, guys. This was a brilliant Dan episode. That reveal at the end was brilliant, and it made perfect sense. Also, I was mad at myself for not figuring out before the reveal that was a prank by Lucifer, because Dan did something outlandish, things like transporting human remains, planning a perfect murder, and negotiating with Russian mob." Yeah, it was... Yeah, in retrospect, you could totally see how this was all about.
Yeah, if you want to play armchair reviewer, yes. In retrospect. You didn't see that on the first viewing, though.
No, but in retrospect, yeah, you could totally be like, this makes a lot of sense. Also, Lucifer's reason for doing this was hilarious, and the effort he put into his prank was unreal, and it cost him $5 million. Also, I love the last conversation. Inadvertently revealed how much Lucifer actually knows about Dan, the person. Can't wait for the next one. Alright, and then just a couple comments featured from YouTube. Epic Monkey says, "This is my favorite episode of the entire show. I laughed so much when they revealed the truth at the end of this episode, and from the second Lucifer said to Dan, now you see that sometimes when you're trying to do the right thing, other people who don't deserve it end up getting shot." I thought that's cold, but a understandable dig from Lucifer calling back to when Dan shot Lucifer. But then the line is hilarious when you realize that the whole scheme was set up by Lucifer in the first place.
It's crazy.
Alright, Brendan O'Connor says, "I literally watched this episode today and I was floored by the twist at the end." Shagget says, "So everybody was in on it and everybody was what they claimed to be. Real Russian mobster, real street gangsters. Lucifer grants favors to everybody from all walks of life, even criminal ones."
Yeah, that was a good show.
Last comments from Avi, who says, "Love me a Dan-centered episode." Alright guys, let's get to episode 13 right now.
That's pretty cool, guys. You're growing us all. Amazing. And God told you. Wow.
Well, he didn't tell Tony. I was complaining that a demon can't grow a soul, and God said, "Catch it." Annoyingly vague, I know you.
What?
Don't even think about lying to me, Linda. I told you this was a mistake. You are going to get hurt.
I know what I'm doing.
It's another fucking 2 days earlier shit. Gun. That's where you keep them bouncing around at, man.
Just raise up the tape. Hello, sailor.
What on earth are you doing? Enough with these silly distractions, Lucy.
Excuse me? The impossible and risky sound? I took a mixology course the other day. Variety is the spice of life, you know.
Lucifer. Being a business, it's a big job. The biggest. How would I even go about making that kind of decision?
Well, in situations like these when much is at stake, I like to ask myself, what's your knee-jerk reaction? You obviously want this, so leap before you know it.
Well, maybe that's how you used to act, but dear brother, you've changed. Don't pretend otherwise. It's the therapy. Linda has really helped you to be more mindful, to really think things through.
How dare you? But maybe you're right. Therapy has ruined me. I've been overthinking all of my decisions when really the answer is at our feet. Just do it. Well, not my feet. I'm clearly a Louboutin man, but you know what I mean. Thank you, brother. Huh. Sorry. My friend Sean, just on my way to chuck it out.
Oh.
What are you doing here?
I need to talk about us. I know that I said I could wait until you...
Issues usually stem from a problematic relationship with a parental figure. Mother, perhaps?
Detective, don't be fooled by her sneaky therapist ways. She's trying to trick you into overanalyzing your emotions. And before you know it, you'll be second-guessing your every decision. I say we just do it.
Do what?
This.
Tell me.
Doctor, what is it you desire?
I want to protect my child.
Is that a baby sound?
Linda, if someone is trying to hurt Charlie, we can help you, but how is getting arrested for murder gonna protect him?
I think our time is up for today.
Are you?
Okay, well, you give me no choice. Dr. Linda Martin, you're under arrest for murder.
Maybe she's being manipulated.
No, maybe she covered for somebody. She probably is being manipulated. Because you know his brother's still out there in the streets. Lying.
What the hell is going on here? But please tell me you don't actually believe Linda killed somebody.
She confessed, Mace.
You killed somebody?
Yeah.
Who?
It was. Doesn't matter. Impulse. Crime. It was a crime of impulse.
What kind of crime? All the best decisions are made in the heat of the moment. Hypothetically, of course.
And how did you kill them?
Really good.
I killed him so
And
good.
hard.
Anyone else? Okay, Linda, I hate to say it, but it looks like...
Yeah, I know what it looks like. That's why I turned myself in. I know Adriana didn't do this. She couldn't have.
Why not?
Because. So I'm buying her time to get away while the cops find the actual killer.
Sounds like somebody's in denial. But if that's what your gut's telling you, I'm right with you, Doctor.
Anyhow, we're gonna have to bring her in.
Well, then I hope by now she's far, far away from here.
Hey, Mommy.
She's here.
She didn't see you come in and murder her.
She can't find out. Not like this.
Well, how's she
She's already gone. That's what she
I met her
said.
once at an open house. It's a long story. Just promise me you won't tell her.
I did it. I killed him.
Oh my God.
Why? I'm a realtor. I had just sold Mr. Sterling that house. I knew he was going to be out of town. And I knew the combination to his safe. It was just supposed to be a simple robbery. Nobody was supposed to get hurt. Like Mr. Sterling came home before he was supposed to, and he caught me red-handed. So I shot him. Do you have the murder weapon or any of the stolen items? No. I got rid of everything right away. I wasn't going to confess.
So now she's
Maybe that was
protecting
too much.
somebody like mother, like daughter, babe.
That's all I have to say. Okay. Well, we're gonna need a written statement.
You mean like that?
She didn't do it. I don't know why she's saying this. Something feels wrong.
Speaking of things that feel wrong, but the exact opposite.
Let me ask you something.
The detective and I are together, and everything feels right. Neither of us holding anything back, no unidentified feelings of unease.
What?
Well, any thoughts? You know how splendid that is?
No, I don't have time on that right now.
We working together at work either,
It
though.
was
It just ain't
so
gonna
much
work.
fun. And, you know, I absolutely adore Charlie, but I will say, I don't know how you guys do this all day, every day, like, every day.
Yeah, it's easier with practice. You know, I actually really enjoy the nitty-gritty. The day-to-day, magical stuff. I don't know, it happens in the small moments, you know? Well, that was cheesy. I'm sorry.
No, you know what? I
Start talking like we
Totally
did
get
now.
God is in the details.
Speaking of God,
Too long.
can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would change about him? You know, if you could?
Change? About God? No. I mean, that's the whole point of faith. Acceptance.
Right. But just for argument's sake, imagine if God was standing right here in front of you, asking you, how can I do a better job? There's got to be something you would say.
No. No.
There's his hard. Ooh, he just shot himself.
Shot her.
Not bad for a newbie.
Oh, you're right.
Thanks, Tish. Oh my god.
So do she live forever just because she don't get shot?
Hey, okay?
Oh.
Take your fucking spine at your back.
This would be some bullshit. Just have her come back to die. That would not. I would be like, someone hates Maze on this show.
She won't be the same after this.
What is it you desire?
I want to protect my mother.
Not
My
her.
mother's sick. She has been for a while.
Right. I was
Everything
like,
is expensive.
So is that why you're having money troubles? Owen told us that.
I mortgaged my condo, depleted my savings. I had nothing left.
Then you met Miss Thomas Crown Fair.
Jamie
Miss Thomas
approached
Crown
her.
Fair.
She said make fast cash. She promised no one would get hurt.
She convinced you to give up your clients' alarm codes, where the valuables were, and when they wouldn't be home.
And Clive did the dirty work.
And we did it.
I tried to back out. I did.
But they threatened you?
They said they'd kill my mom.
I felt trapped. I was looking for a way out.
When I suddenly heard about a last-minute change in Mr. Sterling's travel plans. He was coming home early.
On the night that Clive was supposed to rob his place. I panicked.
You tried to warn Clive. Is that why you texted him?
Texted him, no. I called him, and he wasn't picking up, so
I rushed over to the house and
it was too late. Clive must have been surprised by Mr. Sterling and killed him.
Except Clive wasn't stripping down Mr. Sterling's house. He was at some strip club on the strip.
Records show he was in Vegas that night. According to him, you called the sting off early. He said you texted him Friday night.
Friday? No, I didn't even hear about Mr. Sterling's change of plans until Saturday, right before I rushed over to the house. I was at the movies on Friday night.
I didn't. You have to believe me.
All I want is to protect my mom. All of this I did for her.
Okay, so we can just take the movie theater cameras.
Got it. Thanks.
Hey, so Adriana's mom's safe. Did you find Linda?
No, it appears she's left. Probably got too emotional for her.
Yeah. Okay. Control freak Lopez for the win. So see, I myself didn't personally process the murder weapon the first time around, so I said, you know what? I should take another look, and winner, winner, chicken dinner. The gun was wiped down, you guys. And there was just one Adriana fingerprint on it.
That's fishy.
And for the double whammy, I also found methyl acrylate on the gun.
A drug I've never heard of or done. Now that's fishy.
now
No,
that's
it's not a
fishy.
drug. It's a substance found on the sticky side of Scotch tape.
Someone used the tape to transfer the print to the gun.
So, Adriana was framed by Clive?
I don't think so. I checked the phone records. He's not lying. Clive did receive a text from Adriana calling off the job.
But it doesn't mean that Adriana actually sent it.
Right. Who else had access to her phone when she was in the movies?
If only the doctor was still here, she'd probably know what with all her stalking and whatnot.
I think I know who did this.
Wait.
And that's a bad thing?
Only if Linda figured it out too.
Okay.
Oh, the boyfriend.
He's the only one we seen earlier.
Owen,
Over there crying and shit.
you need to turn yourself in.
Okay, now, come on now.
I got no idea who you are and no idea what you're
reckless out here.
Someone who actually cares about Adriana. Not someone who pretends to care while framing her for murder.
Wait, what?
I saw you step out of the theater. I thought, oh, so polite. He doesn't want to text during the movie. Well, polite my ass. You were texting Clive on Adriana's cell, telling him the sting was off, so you could take the spoils for yourself. You killed Mr. Sterling.
Why don't you give me the gun before somebody throws you in the loony bin, lady?
No, not until you confess.
To protect my mother.
My mother's sick. She has been for a while.
Right.
I was like, everything's expensive. So is that why you're having money troubles? Owen told us that. I have mortgaged my condo, depleted my savings. I had nothing left.
Then you met Miss Thomas Crown Affair.
Jamie
Miss Thomas
approached
Crown
her.
Affair.
She said make fast cash. She promised no one would get hurt.
She convinced you to give up your client's alarm codes where the valuables were and when they wouldn't be home.
And Clive did the dirty work.
And we did it.
I tried to back out. I did.
But they threatened you.
They said they'd kill my mom.
I felt trapped. I was looking for a way out.
When I suddenly heard about a last-minute change in Mr. Sterling's travel plans. He was coming home early.
On the night that Clive was supposed to rob his place. I panicked.
You tried to warn Clive. Is that why you texted him?
Texted him, no. I called him, and he wasn't picking up, so
I rushed over to the house and...
it was too late. Clive must have been surprised by Mr. Sterling and killed him.
Except Clive wasn't stripping down Mr. Sterling's house. He was at some strip club on the strip.
Records show he was in Vegas that night. According to him, you called the sting off early. He said you texted him Friday night.
Friday? No, I didn't even hear about Mr. Sterling's change of plans until Saturday, right before I rushed over to the house. I was at the movies on Friday night.
I didn't... You have to believe me.
All I want is to protect my mom. All of this I did for her.
Okay, so we just take the movie theater cameras.
Got it. Thanks. Hey, so Adriana's mom's safe. Did you find Linda?
No, it appears she's left. Probably got too emotional for her.
Yeah. Oh, control freak Lopez for the win. So see, I myself didn't personally process the murder weapon the first time around, so I said, you know what? I should take another look. And winner, winner, chicken dinner. The gun was wiped down, you guys. And there was just one Adriana fingerprint on it.
That's fishy.
And for the double whammy, I also found methyl acrylate on the gun.
A drug I've never heard of or done. Now that's fishy.
Now
No,
that's
it's not a
fishy.
drug. It's a substance found on the sticky side of Scotch tape.
Someone used the tape to transfer the print to the gun.
So, Adriana was framed by Clive?
I don't think so. I checked the phone records. He's not lying. Clive did receive a text from Adriana calling off the job.
But it doesn't mean that Adriana actually sent it.
Right. Who else had access to her phone when she was in the movies?
If only the doctor was still here, she'd probably know what with all her stalking and whatnot.
I think I know who did this.
Wait.
And that's a bad thing?
Only if Linda figured it out too.
Okay.
Oh, the boyfriend.
He's the only one we seen earlier.
Owen,
Over there crying and shit.
you need to turn yourself in.
Okay, now, come on now.
I got no idea who you are and no idea what you're
reckless out here.
Someone who actually cares about Adriana. Not someone who pretends to care while framing her for murder.
Wait, what?
I saw you step out of the theater. I thought, oh, so polite. He doesn't want to text during the movie. Well, polite my ass. You were texting Clive on Adriana's cell, telling him the sting was off, so you could take the spoils for yourself. You killed Mr. Sterling.
Why don't you give me...
Makes perfect sense. You want to know her, to be with her. It's everything you've ever wanted, but you can't completely open yourself up because deep down you actually believe that you don't deserve her love. Because she's so perfect. And you're just... well... unworthy.
Hey, baby.
awfully insightful of you, Lucifer. Maybe you should become a therapist.
Then do your job.
That was a mistake.
Well, you're looking less like death.
Ha. Thank you.
You know, back there when you got shot, I hated that.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun for me either. Yeah.
I never felt like that before. It was weird. New and...
I think it's my soul.
Yeah,
coming
that's
out. I love it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I felt fear before, but that was a whole other level.
Maze, are you saying what I think you're saying?
I want to be with you too, Eve.
Excuse me, ma'am. No kissing in the bed with the patient.
There's something I want you to have. Okay, it's... Call it a family heirloom, if you will. I just got it back from Lucifer.
No, that was her mom's.
I don't do fear, so this should take care of that. It has my mother's immortality in it, so I think it will protect you.
This will make me immortal?
Hopefully. I almost lost you again, and I've never hurt like that before. I guess I have grown a soul. But if this is what a soul feels like, I don't want to feel it again.
Sweetie, I don't want to live forever.
I just do.
Why the hell not?
Because I saw what it did to my son, Cain. You saw it too?
Mm-hmm.
Mortality is a gift. It makes you appreciate life. Just like fear made you appreciate me. I can't accept this.
No, you have to. You have to. Okay, or I can't do this.
What?
I'm trying to protect you.
No, you're trying to protect yourself.
I almost lost you, Eve. I can't lose you again. Don't you understand?
I'm not yours to be lost.
I love you. Maze, I love you too, very much. That's why this is so scary. But we have to embrace that.
I can't.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Maze. Maze.
She said she gotta let it go, baby.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. Linda, right? Hi. The police weren't helping you, were they? You were helping them with my case.
Consulting.
I just wanted to say thank you.
Which adoption did you get it from?
Are you trying to give this one up as well?
Yeah, you keeping this one?
How long are you keeping it for?
That'd be fun.
That would be so much.
So did you have me this long, or what did you like? Yeah, what's it?
He's over there, you know, watching his children.
Let's see what he gonna do when he get up there in the chair.
That's the kind of God you're gonna be, isn't it? Grave and weary.
It's just I thought I would be so eager to take Father's place, you know? And instead I'm having doubts.
I think I actually understand. You feel unworthy.
No. That's
been working
I
all day.
definitely feel worthy. Who else would be? It's just, I spent so much time looking down on humanity. And now, Lucy, I love living amongst them. I've finally learned how to connect. Built a life here. Made friends, a family. If I'm being honest, I don't want any of that to change.
So, what, you're thinking of backing out?
No. That would be selfish, Lucy. I must embrace my celestial duty.
You should do what makes you happy.
No, how I wish it were that simple.
Well, maybe it can be. That is, if someone else were willing to take the responsibility. Someone worthy.
Who?
Me, of course. This is exactly what I need to prove myself.
What?
You heard me, brother. I've just decided.
I'm gonna be God.
I'm going to be God.
What are you doing? Why?
That was a bit of an impulse. Alright, that was episode 13 of Lucifer. And I thought they did a good job balancing the action, the drama, and the romance in this episode right here. Very Linda-centric. And I don't think we had one of those before. Not like this anyway. But I thought that put a nice little bow on both those storylines. That Eve came back with Maze. I thought they had a nice little adventure together. Ending was good on that. The action scenes with them were good on that. The fight scenes were just really, really good, man. And then Linda with her daughter finally got that closure right there. And then finally you got Lucifer talk about he want to be God right now. And we already know how that's going to go. That's just another impulse buy that he's trying to get up into that he's going to regret later on. But I am feeling the humor of him and damn, what's his girlfriend name? Chloe. I'm feeling the humor of him and his girlfriend just being booed up. And I wish that could be a little bit more natural. Hopefully we'll get that when Lucifer get out of his head. But I think they make a good match, as I always thought anyway. But I still thought this was a good episode, and I can't wait to see what they do next.
So I love that. I love the opening scene with Maze talking about growing her soul. I thought that was super adorable. Obviously, that was just like a small part. I thought it was going to have a bigger part throughout the episode, but just the way that she like references her soul, I thought was super adorable. And it was great seeing her confidence in that. I am a little bit frustrated, and it's always Maze-centric where the frustration stems from, because now you have Eve come back, and, you know, that was such a heartbreaking moment for Maze, and ultimately, you know, created this spiral for her emotionally, too, to where, like, the episode starts so strongly with, like, Maze, like, leaning into the fact that she recognizes she has the soul, or is growing a soul, or whatever the case may be, to creating the situation so quickly in which she just refuses to delve into her emotions because of the risk of fear, which I understand, but I feel like she has had a variation of different emotions, so like it's a little bit frustrating that she's just like, just because you're immortal, I'm out. But maybe that's a growing piece. But like the obstacles they put Maze through as far as finding her happiness is fucking frustrating. It's so exhausting. Like, you get one high moment with God giving her that look. You have this opening sequence with Maze being like, yes, to like this heartbreaking, in my opinion, again, situation, which Maze is going to be struggling now because she's too scared that having somebody that could die, she can't handle that. So like, that's a little bit exhausting from like an emotional investment standpoint, because I just want her to have happiness too. And it just feels like the writers keep putting these blocks in her way. And yeah, Maze
or
could
making an excuse for the only person that can get done up wrong and hurt is Maze, making her that punching bag.
Like, she's a punching bag,
Yeah.
I feel like, in the show. Yeah, for sure. But that aside, I absolutely loved the storyline with Linda. I thought it was such a great callback to have this episode bring back her daughter in the way that they did. I thought it was very sweet and endearing. One of my favorite moments has to be when she's going at Lucifer because she thinks he's making it about herself, and he lets her. She's like, say all the things. I probably deserve half of them, but ultimately I'm helping you out. I just thought it was such a great moment between their dynamic, and I absolutely love the development of Lucifer to be the one that recognized he feels unworthy in his relationship with Chloe, which represents the struggles that Linda was having as far as confessing. I thought that was really great balance of that emotional. And then I like, because he's feeling himself, because he's out so Jerome, he's like, so I recognize you feel unworthy. And Amenadiel's like, no, bro, that's not what I feel. Like, I'm definitely worthy of being God. So I just like that whole play of like the therapist switching shoes worked really well this episode. But then again, Lucifer, of course, because he recognizes he feels unworthy, how grandiose of a statement can he make to prove his worth by being no other than God? So it totally plays his character dynamic, going above and beyond in the absolute wrong way. Especially after as soon as he said that he's going to say that he's in a relationship with Chloe, I knew this is something drastic was going to happen, and now he's going to tell her I got to go be God, and it's just going to be a hot mess. So how this plays out, I don't know, but this is another solid episode, and I can't wait for the next one.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Lucifer Season 5, Episode 13. And until next time, people, peace.